we can go ahead and get started. Okay, so right now we're gonna go ahead and start with our warm-up. We have a warm-up and a stretch. Excellent job. So I'm gonna go ahead, I'm walking it out side to side. Doing this walk out, and I'm gonna take my shoulders, I'm gonna start up top. Today's really gonna test my professionalism because as I'm looking out the window, I'm staring at roofers, which is really fun, and it's not really fun. I'm being sarcastic. So they're probably like, what the mess is this lady doing, talking and working out? Okay, here we go. Shoulders are back and down. Good, so I'm gonna keep the neck long, shoulders are down, and I'm gonna do a big old reach up. And I'm gonna go reach up overhead. Good breathing. Excellent job. So my core is a little tight. Good. I'm gonna go reaching straight up overhead. And the reason I like to go straight up is so that we get the back stretched out. We're warming up the shoulders. We're warming up the body. Keep that going. Good. And in 4, 3, 2, and 1, I'm gonna keep the legs wide. And I'm gonna go ahead and reach over my body. Good, so not in front of the body, let's go over the body. So we get that stretch from the shoulder, through the rib cage, down to the hip, and a good stretch, good breathing. Keep that going. Excellent job. Almost there. Excellent. Let's go ahead and tighten up in the core just to protect the back. I'm gonna start lifting up the knees. As I lift up the knee, I'm gonna loosen up my hip flexor, get that stretched out. Good breathing. You can hug the knees in, it's up to you. Excellent job. Keep that going. Good. Okay. So I'm gonna go ahead and move into doing squats. My feet are about hip width apart, my chest stays up, and I'm gonna squat down, pop up. Now, when I am in the low phase and I'm coming up against gravity, the body pushes weight down through the heel to the floor. I'm gonna engage these big muscles, quadricep, hamstring, glutes. Okay, get those big muscles working, fired up. Good job, good breathing. So we like to stretch and warm up together, getting the body warm, getting it stretched out. Good breathing. Excellent job. Okay, so here we go. I'm gonna get that heart rate up. I'm gonna go for that modified jack or regular jumping jack for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. I'm gonna keep the legs wide, and I'm gonna go into this kick back. So I'm doing my kick back, yes. Now I'm gonna go ahead and get the arms moving. I'm gonna add in my row. With the row, I'm stretching out my chest, warming up my back. Continue to breathe. Good, excellent job. Keep that going. Good. Stretching out that quad, warming up the hamstring, stretching out the chest, warming up upper back. Good. Okay, core tight. If you don't get dizzy, you could do the twist with me, get that core moving, but if you get dizzy, just look forward, okay? Twist if you can. Twist, twist, twist. Keep that going. Stretching out, feeling that through the core, warming up, getting that twist, getting the back of the arm. Excellent job. Keeping that up. Good. One of the roofers that's working on it just spotted this, like, looking at me. It's so weird. Okay, abs tight, kick out. He just, like, looked in the window. He's on the, so the way this setup is our neighbor's garage, but they're doing the roof of the neighbor's garage. It's like outside angle of my window. He just caught my eye. It was very awkward. I'm gonna try just look at you guys and focus. Here we go. Kicking out. It's gonna be fun few days of this. Excellent job. Okay, so chest up. I'm gonna go into my squat. I'm gonna start lifting up on my toes. Stretching out now through the ankle. Good. Still warming up the legs. We're doing our squats. Starting to engage that ankle, get it moving. Good job, good breathing. Excellent job. Keep that going. And great, let's go back to that modified jack or regular jumping jack. Get that heart rate up a bit, let's do it. For 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Cool, we're gonna go ahead and bring it to hip flexors. I'm gonna put my hands wherever I need them for balance. Start stretching out your hip flexor, full range of motion. Good breathing. Stretching that out. One more each side. Excellent. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and bring it back in. Good breathing. Excellent job. Big stretch. And one more. Great. Abs tight. Swing kick. Good. So I'm going for my swing kick. Getting that stretch the outside of my leg. My hands are up, yes, for balance, up for a marker too. I'm at the point, I think my stomach's getting too big. I don't know if I can reach my hands, but that's okay. You could try. Continue to breathe. I am almost in my 3rd trimester. My husband brought that to my attention. I was like, oh my gosh, I am not ready for this. Ready or not, it's coming. Okay, excellent. I'm gonna go hands on the hips and circle. Go ahead, stretch that out. Big circle. Good breathing. Switch direction of the circle. Good, loosening up that low back. Okay, so we're doing a couple staggered stretches. I'm gonna go ahead and stretch out the back of my leg, straight leg, pop that toe. This leg is bent, this is my support. We don't lay the hands on the straight leg because we don't wanna invert the knee. Lean down to what you feel comfortable, breathe. Deep breaths, get that stretch. Feel your calf, feel your hamstring. Continue to breathe. And slow to up. Go ahead and switch sides. Straight leg, pop the toe, reach on down and breathe. And great, slowly up. I'm gonna take a step forward. I have my back leg. That's gonna be my focus for the hip flexor stretch. I wanna try to get my back heel on the ground, and now I'm gonna drive my hip flexor forward. So front knee bends, hip flexor drives forward. You can lift the hand up, get that stretch. Continue to breathe. Excellent job. And good, and release, go ahead and switch. Stretching out for the back hip flexor. Drive your hip flexor forward. Continue to breathe. And good. Okay. So if you were here on Monday, we did a bunch of combinations. We did upper body with the lower. We're gonna kind of continue that trend into today. So all you're gonna need are your dumbbells and your mat. Okay, so dumbbells, mat, yes, water is good. Oh, I forgot my water today. That's gonna suck later. I'll have to run out and get it later. Okay, so what you're gonna start with are your dumbbells in hand. So go ahead and grab your dumbbells. And last time on Monday, we focused a little bit more. Yes, your hamstrings are probably sore from all the deadlifts we did, but we did a little bit more focus in the quadriceps. So today we're gonna go ahead and focus a little bit more on the back side. You are gonna get quad in there too though, okay? So this first move we're going to do, I'm gonna show you side view. You're fine the way you are. So I'm gonna show you side view is going to be a lunge followed by kind of fall forward. And it's a little bit of a single leg deadlift. And we could talk about modifications for that. So let's go ahead and set up, put your right leg forward. And we're gonna go ahead and come up to a bicep curl with a lunge. And then go ahead and watch what I'm gonna do. I am going to tip forward. And when I do, I'm gonna lift the arms. So we'll do it one more time and then we can talk about some modifications. Down and tip, okay? So when we tip forward, we're hinging at the hip, the spine stays straight, the body weight is anchoring down through the heel of the front leg, and you're just hinging to what you feel comfortable. If you are not comfortable hinging forward, let's talk about some modifications you could do. We could go down with a lunge, and we can go ahead and hinge forward, keeping the toe down, very light though. And let's see how my front knee is bent a bit. And I'm gonna go ahead and just lean forward, putting the body weight in the front leg and go into my fly, okay? Okay, let's go ahead and get going on this. Bicep curl, and I'm gonna go ahead for my back fly. Back fly. Bicep curl, back fly. Now I'm gonna do a few of these, and then I'm gonna make it a little bit more complicated by adding in two. So 2 bicep curls, and then 2 arms opening wide. So again, if you feel like, man, this is enough of a challenge, stay here. Got it? Okay, I'm gonna start making it a little bit harder. I'm gonna go lunge bicep for 2, and then I'm gonna fall forward, and I'm gonna hold that hinge position and go 1, 2. Repeat, 1, 2. Fall forward, 1, 2. 1, 2. Fall forward, 1, 2. And I'm not falling forward super far, just for my own sake of balance. But if you could get down hinging a little bit more, yes, go for it, okay? 1, 2, 1, 2. And again, you don't have to do 2, you could stay at the 1. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, and I got last one right here. 1, 2, and 1, 2. Good job. Okay. So now we're gonna go right into the next one, staying with the right leg. Got it? I'm gonna set up into a lunge position. So here I am. My knee is bent. I'm in my lunge position. And I'm gonna pull the knee, my spine is straight, that's important, core is tight. I'm gonna pull my knee in, and when my knee comes in, I'm gonna punch out. Show you side view. Oh, that leg's already tired. Let's try it out. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Whew, leg is tired, but we're not done yet. Coming down low, I'm gonna be light in my left leg. My left leg taps while holding that slight bit of a squat. It's still with the right. Ready? Arms wide with it, and we go for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, and I'm not super low, you can get lower than me, 2, and 1. Okay, so now I'm gonna put the 2 together. Oh, the leg's on fire, but we got this. So here I go, punch, open, 8, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good job. Awesome. I'm going to set the weight down. I don't need it for the next one. Out of the way. You're not going to trip on it, okay? And then from here, right leg still. I know that right leg's on fire, but we're going to go ahead, try and finish up. Your modification, pull the knee up, tap back. If you can't pull the knee up, then you're just tapping. okay? If you can, lunge to a pop jump, okay? Jump, try and get as vertical as you can. And let's go, up, up, up. Good breathing, whew. Go for it. 10 more, and in 10, 9, 8, keep going. 7, 6, 5, you could jump, I'm stopped jumping. 4, but you can continue. 3, 2, and 1. Okay, so this next one needs a modification. You can do a step back lunge, and alternate. Got it? Just kind of keep the pace going to get the heart rate up. Or you could do a lunge jump, and we do a little switch up, okay? Up to you, and let's go. Lunging, jumping, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Walk it out, walk over to your water, grab a sip of water, recover the breathing, come back with your dumbbells and your mat out, okay? Oh, water, let me go grab it real quick. No. Yeah, teaching still, I brought my water. I'll be back. Let's see, I forgot my water bottle today, so I'm gonna try and be really careful. Okay, so I'm gonna pull out my mat, I have my dumbbells. Our goal here is to work core, a little bit of legs, and a little bit of upper body, and trying to keep things going all at the same time. So I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna start off with a little bit of core and a little bit of arms. So I need one weight. Now let's talk about this. This may not be for everybody. Okay, I'm gonna end up doing a side plank, which is gonna put me on my forearm, which is gonna mean that my shoulder needs to be okay for this. If your shoulder's not okay for this, you have options. You could go ahead and lay down, make a little pillow, get that spine even, and go through the arm motion that I'm gonna show. You just really engage the oblique, hold it here, and by not rocking the body, okay? Now, we can do this a few ways. My elbow is down for my shoulder. I have fist form and elbow. Now, what I don't wanna see is you just putting your body weight into your elbow. It has to go fist form and elbow, okay? And what's gonna happen is, my body is like in the C curve. I wanna straighten it out, nice long line, and I'm gonna stay on my knee, but you can kick out to having your feet out. It's up to you, okay? So I'll stay on my knee today, and I'm gonna have the weight in my hand. Now this is another thing. You might not be able to do it with the weight in your hand, and what you're gonna do is just go through the motion and engage through holding obliques tight. Now watch your head. This is bad form. Get that spine in alignment, okay? Here we go. Core tight, fill out oblique, grab your weight, and we lift to down. 8, 7, good breathing. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. I'm gonna dip my hip down. I'm gonna pop up. The arm pops up as well. Dip and pop. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, so now I'm gonna try and hold. And again, if you get tired, just go down. And I'm gonna keep my elbow in. This is more rotator cuff, so let's open up. Keep that elbow against the side, open up for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Fantastic. I'm going to set that down. Okay, so we got to work a little bit of that arm, shoulder, yes. We got to work core with it, oblique. So now we're going to go into, this is going to be core. We want to keep the abdomen from dropping. So we're going to pull it in. We're going to feel more legs, and we're going to work the arms. Okay? So this stance is called bear. I'm going to go ahead and go onto my toe, ball of foot, and my hands are down for my shoulder, and I'm going to pop up and hold. See how my knees are hovering? This is your bear stance, okay? You're going to hold right here, quads are working. Now, if holding bear is too much, why don't you go down to holding plank from the knees? Got it? Okay. Good, keep that going, keep that going. Hold your bear. Holding bear. Now, if all you can do is hold, that's fine. Can you add a little bend of the elbow? Give it a try. Bend, lift, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, good breathing, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, awesome. So now I'm going to go ahead and grab my dumbbells. I'm going to come up onto my knees, and I'm going to go shoulders back and down. Fantastic job. I'm going L shape, one in front, one out to the side. Keep the core tight. Keep the core tight. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, good breathing, 3, 2, and 1. Great. Shoulders back and down. We'll do a little recovery time. Show me the back of your hand. Twist it, lift it up to a bicep curl. Make sure you breathe. Good. Keep that going. And an 8. The action of twisting and lifting are both activating the bicep. Continue to breathe through it. Good job. Squeeze it in tight. Oh, this might be a little light for your bicep. So that's when your mind has to play a part of this. And you really want to actively flex that muscle, especially when it gets past that halfway mark and that elbow, okay? Good, good, good. I'll do one more. And great. I'm going to go overhead, okay? If you don't feel ready for overhead, feel free to substitute it out with just doing a hammer curl. I'm going to go overhead. Breathe for 8, 7, 6, good breathing, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. I'm going to go back to bear. Back to bear. Now for some of us, maybe that's just going to be a hold. Maybe you're doing a plank hold instead. And then for other people, you're going to be able to add in a little bit of movement. So my hands are down from my shoulder. I'm going to go ahead, bend in the knees. I'm going to try and keep my knees bent about 90 degrees. I'm holding bear. Yes, I feel my quads. Yes, I feel my arms. Now from bear, this is an option. You can step out, or you could jump, return. Got it? 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Excellent job. Lower it down. Let's go ahead and flip onto our back. Flip onto your back. Here we go. We're on our back, dumbbells in hand. And I'm going to go ahead and set up my legs hip width apart. I'm going to have my arms bent, ready for a chest press. Now when I do a chest press, watch my wrist. No bend in the wrist. Keep that wrist neutral. Get those arms very low to the ground. And we're going to breathe out and lift the legs up. Now, if you don't feel comfortable lifting the legs, feel free just to focus in on the chest and do the chest press. If you can, you're going to roll up tailbone one vertebrae at a time until your spine is in a nice line. Do not exceed that line and go into spinal extension. Do not hurt your back. Lift it up, lower it down. Keep that going, keep that going. Good job, good job. Awesome. Okay, so you're doing good. Yes. Now we could play around with this a little bit because this might be a little bit easy for you. If you want to challenge a little bit different, I'm gonna go legs a little wider than my hip and my toes out, kind of like how I would for like a plie squat. I'm gonna really squeeze through the outer glute and lift to up, okay? Awesome. Keep that going, keep that going. So just played around with my foot position, and now I'm keeping going through the arms. Awesome. Now I'm gonna keep my hips up, but I'm gonna lower them like a couple inches from like the highest point that I can go, and I'm gonna lower my arms, and I'm gonna pulse. Lift that hip up to that straight line. Lift those arms up, but keep them low. We wanna keep them low near the bottom. Good. So the hip is near the top, the arms are near the bottom, and we pulse. Keep those knees wide if you're doing a wide stance squat like I am, and in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now I'm gonna hover, hold my arms, and my hips are going to do a lift. So I put a string on each hip. I'm gonna lift the right side hip, lift the left side hip, and make it like a wave. Good, keep that going for 10, breathe, 9, 8, arms are just holding, 7, do not relax the arms, 6, feel that glute as you pull it up, 5, almost, 4, we are close, 3, 2, and 1. Good, I'm gonna set down the weight. Good, awesome. Okay, so now we're gonna go ahead and move into doing like what we did before, biceps, triceps. So I'm gonna have you start off coming on up, and we will set up into a seated V. Now, if you don't like a seated V, just hold good posture and go through the arm motion like so. I'm gonna face you guys on this one. You're fine wherever you're at, as long as you can see me. So my knees are bent, I'm on my heels. My knees are bent, I'm on my heels. I tuck back to a seated V, I need one weight in hand. I'll start with your right hand. So I have the right hand, and what's gonna happen here is tight abs, seated V. This hand can go down to the ground or hold up. And I'm gonna go ahead and go diagonal across the body. So I'm holding seated V, tight abs, yes. And then I'm coming up through the pinky and diagonal, working the back of the shoulder and the tricep, and breathe. Let's do 5 more. And in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good job, good job. I'm gonna come forward, just kind of round that spine, grab both weights, one in each hand. Excellent job. Now I'm gonna go ahead and tight abs, lower down, and good. So now here I am doing my bicep curl. I'd like to make a comment as I'm watching the roofers. Nothing says not my problem like a leaf blower. They're leaf blowing all the dust and debris into our yard. Okay, nothing says not my problem like the leaf blower. Here we go. We're doing our bicep curls. 2 more. I'll get out all my frustration with my curl. 1 more frustration. Here we go, good job. Lean forward, get that back stretched. Awesome. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna switch up the arms. Now it's your left arm. I have the weight. And again, hand can be down. I'm gonna go into a seated V. If you're not comfortable there, hold your body upright and just go through it here. Abs tight, seated V. I'll keep my hand down, but if you want to, you can keep your hand up for a little bit, make it a little bit harder. I got that straight arm, thumb is down, pinky goes up and diagonal, and we breathe. Working the abs, yes. Working the back of the arm, the tricep. Continue to breathe. Excellent job. Good, keep that up, keep that up. 5 more, 5 more. And in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1 more. And 1. Good job, round forward, get that stretch in that back. come back down, back to biceps. You can go ahead and alternate. And if you want to make it harder, lift the elbows up, put them on that invisible shelf. And here we go, alternating. As we extend out, you feel the tricep. As you pull back in, it'll be bicep. The shoulders are working the whole way to keep them up. Continue to breathe. Abs are tight. Good job. And in 4, almost. 3, 2, and 1. Awesome. Okay, I'm going to set that down, and I'm going to go into a plank. I'll do my forearm plank on this one. So I'm going to go forearms. You could be forearms and knees. You could be forearms and toes. It is up to you. Hold it here. Hold it here. We're going to add a little bit of movement. So I'm going to work, see how my back's up a little bit? That's just where I'm at these days. Try and get your back straight though, okay? And again, you could go to your knees. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to separate my legs a little bit to help out with balance, but you can keep yours narrow, and that will really work the core. I'm going to attempt to lift an arm, okay? So I'm going to go right arm up, left arm up, and I'm just going to do 4. Ready? 4, 3, 2, 1. Now I'm going to go ahead and go forward, back from the toe for 4. 4, 3, 2, 1. Repeat. 4, 3, 2, 1. Forward, back. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Arms last round. 4, 3, 2, 1. Forward, back. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good job, good job. Slowly go ahead and come up. Continue to breathe. Excellent job. Grab yourself some water, and then we're going to move on back to legs. So I'm going to move my mat. So when we come back, we are going back to legs, but yes, there's some arm in there. So what you're going to want to do is have your dumbbells nearby. So get your water, make sure your breathing's okay, recover, recover. When you are ready, we can go ahead and get started with your left leg. So the left leg's a little bit more the focus this round. You're gonna put your left leg forward. Now, just as we did before, I'm gonna go lunge down, and I do a bicep curl. Then I'm gonna put the body weight into the front leg. I'm gonna hinge at the hip, and I'm gonna do a little fall forward. And again, you could fall more to being more in a straight line. If you feel comfortable, keep that spine straight, hinge at that hip, arms open wide. Let's go ahead and try it again. Lunge, fall forward. I'm gonna do the modification on the next one. Lunge, tip forward. Again, modified, lunge, tip forward. I'll show you one more time, modified. Okay, so if you need to stay modified, go ahead and do that. Lunge, tip, lunge, tip. Excellent job. Keep that going. Good job, good job. And in 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, so feel free to continue. I'm gonna start adding the 2 in there. Okay, so it makes it just a teeny bit harder, but feel free to stay at just the 1 go. You ready? I'm gonna go lunge, lunge, tip, hold, arms open, 1, 2. Lunge, lunge, tip forward, 1, 2. Here we go. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Whew. 1, 2. I'm gonna do 2 more of these. Doing great. Feel that in the hamstring. Yes. I got last one. And good stuff. Okay, I'm gonna face you guys. I'm gonna walk it out for a second. Good breathing, get ready. We are still on the left leg. Left leg, lunge position. I have like a readiness, meaning like I'm tipped a little bit at my hip and my spine is straight. My front knee is bent, my back leg is straight. I'm in this lunge position. I'm gonna pull the knee, punch out. Got it? And I'll show side view. Here we go. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. So now I keep this left leg having the bent and holding the weight. The right leg is just on the tippy toe. And I open up, big arms, and I'm gonna kick wide. Here we go, tap wide. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Man, this is getting hard. 1. Okay, so I'm gonna put the 2 together. Here I go. Punch, open, kick back, kick open. 8, 7, 6. And I'm pretty much up right because my leg is bent. But if you can hold it low, keep going. Got it? Good job. 5 more. 5, 4, 3. You got it. 2, and 1. Great. I'm going to set the weights down out of the way. I am not going to trip on. Move your weights. Nothing to trip on. You can do modified tap in, stand up, lunge deep, tap in. You could go high knee with some speed. You can go ahead and give it a good jump. We are going for about 15 of these. Get ready. Here we go. Good. I'll do a few jumping and I'm going to not jump. Do what I can do. You do what you can do. We'll all get stronger. Good. And in 10, 9, 8, good. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Fantastic. Now, you can either step back into a lunge with some pace, keep that heart rate up, or you can do a jump lunge. And my jump lunge looks more like a shuffle. I'm not dipping and coming up. You want to do that, it will make it harder. Get ready? Let's go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Breathe. Grab some water, okay? Recover, water, bring back the mat, bring back the dumbbells. I'll meet you on the ground. We're gonna go to the other side plank. Water, recovery, grab your dumbbells. And again, we're gonna go starting off in that side plank. You need 1 dumbbell for that side plank. So I'm gonna switch sides. Get ready for my side plank. Let's talk real quick. If you need to modify, you lay down, you can go through the arm motions with that spine straight, arm pillow to keep that spine in alignment through the neck. I'm gonna go onto my forearm, and I'm gonna stay on my knee. I don't want my knees in the C curve. I'm gonna push my knee back, and I'm gonna go top leg straight. You can do 2 legs straight, that's fine, okay? Body weight's in the fist form and the elbow, not just the elbow, that's too much stress in the shoulder. Get ready, here we go, lift that hip, arm is straight up, arm is down, breathe. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. I'm gonna dip my hip, punch it up. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, now I'm gonna attempt to keep up on my hip. Okay, I'm gonna keep my arm in and I'm going for rotator cuff. You could use no weight at all if you need to. 8, 7, breathe. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Fantastic. Okay, so now I'm gonna ditch the weight, keep it nearby. We are gonna get back to them, but I'm gonna go into working what's called a dive bomber, okay? So we'll see how this goes. I haven't done this in a while, so it's having this in front of me. You guys have probably seen the dive bomber before with me. It's just been a while since I've done it. So I'm gonna start off in a plank. The very first thing you could do for modification would be downward dog, back to a plank. If you need to modify further, I'm gonna go onto the knees, child's pose, push forward, plank. Got it? Okay. Now let's talk about the dive bomber. The dive bomber is gonna set me up into downward dog, and I'm gonna bend in my elbows, and I'm going to dip down, and you can dip your spine a bit, lift the chest, and then I'm gonna immediately pull back my hips. It's a little bit different than you've seen like the one that's more like a dragon roll. It's a little bit different because I get to just pull my hips back. If you want to do the dragon roll one, that one's crazy tough. You follow the pattern of the dip and you come back instead of immediately drawing back. Let's give it a try. Figure out what much modification or which one you want to do, and let's go. Bend and lift, hips drive back. Bend and lift, hips drive back. 8. Now I'm just gonna go to downward dog. 7, 6. So I modified, I don't have much bend in me right now. But again, try that bend. Really feeling that tricep and the shoulder. If you have it in you, go for it. Push yourself, okay? You got this. 3 more, 3 more. Push for it. These aren't easy. They're not meant to be easy. We're trying to get stronger, not trying to stay the same. And 1 more, 1 more, 1 more. Fantastic. Good job. I'm going to come down. Good. I'm going to shake out my arms really quick. If you need to move your wrist, go big circles one way, big circles the other way, up, down, side, side, finger stretch. Grab your dumbbells. Shoulders back and down at the hip. Make sure you're breathing. I'm going to go half circle up, half circle down. See that arch? Join me. Good. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Shoulders back and down. I made a little neck stretch before the next one. Okay, I'm gonna go robot arms. These are not chicken wings. You're gonna have 90-degree elbow, 90-degree armpit. Okay, ready? Lift it and close it. Let's go. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. I'm gonna shake out my shoulders. Shoulders are back and down. Excellent job. Make sure you're in control of breathing before you go hands over head, before you ever do hands over head, okay? If you feel like you need a little break, you're gonna do a bicep curl instead. If you can, show me the back of your arm. Twist it, lift it, up overhead, let's go. 8, good breathing. 7, abs tight. 6, keep it going. 5, 4, almost. 3, 2, and 1. Good, good, good. Stretching out, excellent job. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and come back to my mat. Set down my weights, back to the mat. And I'm gonna go ahead and do the tiger curl one, using the upper body, using the core, and we can talk about this. So modification for this would be on the knees, walk it out, give a little bend, walk it back, and a little stretch. Walk it out, give a little bend, walk it back, okay? So if you can, you're gonna go onto that toe ball of the foot. It's not just your tippy toe, it's also the ball of the foot. You're gonna try and keep, like you started off with a bear, We call it tiger crouch though. And we're gonna walk it out so that I'm in a push-up. You could drop to your knees or stay on your toes, get in the push-up, and walk it back. So I'm gonna do a hybrid. I'm gonna drop to my knees for my push-up part. Get ready, and here we go. Walk it out. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Good breathing, good breathing. Feel those arms, tire them out. Keep the core tight. 3. Feel those quads, they're getting tired too. 2. And 1. Good job, good job. Shake out, maybe you shake out the wrists. Big circles one way, big circles the other. Up, down, side to side, finger stretch. Move out the wrist. Good breathing. Okay, how are we doing on time? Okay, let's go ahead and take it to laying down on our backs again. So go ahead and lay down on your back. Cool. Okay, so we're setting up for doing just like an interesting stance bridge up. So that means that my legs went out a little wider than my hips and my toes went with that. Now, as I do this bridge up, if you want to do it, you need to make sure the knees are not collapsing in or going too wide. The knees need to stay where if I draw a line down from it, that foot is right there, okay? So on this one, last time I did a chest press, I'm gonna do my chest fly. And I am gonna do a hip lift with it. So if you can, go ahead and join me. Hip lift, keep those knees wide, continue to breathe. My arms come in, yes. I squeeze, I feel a little bit more outer glute with my legs in this stance. My arms are pulling in. I wanna feel that outside of the chest. I feel where the arm connects back to my torso. Squeeze it, flex it, pull it in, breathe. Squeeze that glute up to the top. Good job, good job. Keeping that up. Looking good. Let's do 2 more. Excellent job. Breathe with me. I'm gonna breathe out on the up. Okay, great. So now I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna lower my hips just a little bit, not all the way up to that straight line. I'm gonna lower them just a little bit. My arms will open wide and I'm going to pulse. So my arms are low, my hip is high. I pulse both and I continue to breathe. Keep that going, keep that going. Good breathing. Feel your glutes, feel your chest. Excellent job. I can also feel my low back and hamstring helping out in the effort to keep my hips up. And in 5, 4, 3, 2, and drop it down. Excellent job, excellent job. Okay, so I have 1 more of these. My arms are just gonna hold. They're gonna hold isometric. So that just means isometric contraction means I'm just holding the weight in place, okay? Now maybe all you can do is just hold it in place and that's good. But maybe you wanna try, lift the hips up and I'm gonna keep my hip low in the middle and I'm gonna come up and lift one hip up. And it's kind of like I have strings attached and my right hip gets lifted and then my left hip gets lifted. And I go side to side. Try that out. Feel that glute. Feel your glutes right to left. Good breathing. Good, good, good. Almost there, almost there. And in 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good job. Okay, I'm gonna set that down. Excellent job. If you need to do a little back stretch, hug your knees in, shake it out. Get ready. We're gonna finish up with working the triceps and biceps. So let's go ahead, come up to a seated V if you feel comfortable with it. If not, you're just gonna hold yourself up in a seated position with good upright posture, tight abs, and we'll go through the arm motion like so. Okay, if you can handle the seated V, I'm gonna go onto my heels, my knees are bent, abs are tight, low back is soft.
I lower down to what I can hold while keeping my abs tight. Got that? Now I'm just gonna go ahead and do one arm at a time, one weight. So I'm gonna go right arm, and this arm can either kind of hold in place to make it hard or be on the ground to make it a bit easier. Okay, so I go pinky up, thumb down, and that pinky goes across my body. I get the back of the arm and the tricep, and I continue to breathe. Good breathing. 8, 7, 6. I'll go side view so you see what's happening. 5, 4, 3, good. 2, and one more. And 1. Cool. Okay, so I'm gonna go bicep next. So one weight each hand. You can stretch out your back in between, really lean forward, and then go back into your seated V. Abs are tight, lean down to what you feel comfortable. And I'm gonna go bicep curl up and down. You wanna make it harder? Yes, you can. We're gonna add a little bit of an extension with the arms, so it looks more like a scoop. Draw it back, lift it up. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and one more. Great. Okay, so I'm just gonna stretch out my back and lean forward a bit, and then I'm gonna go ahead and go left arm gets the weight, and I'm gonna keep my hand down, but you can keep yours up if you wanna make it hard. Seated V on my heels, knees are bent, and I go across the body. 8, 7, good job. 6, good breathing. 5, almost. 4, good. 3, and I am using my hand to help me. Again, you don't have to. 2, one more. And 1. Fantastic. I lean forward, get a little stretch from the back, grab one weight in each hand, and come back down. And again, you can go alternating bicep curl, that's the way to do it, or we can go alternating scoops up. Get ready, hold your seated V, abs tight, let's go. 10, 9, 8, strong abs, 7, good, 6, 5, almost, 4, 3, 2, and done. Fantastic. You do not need your weights. But if you are using a stretching strap, go ahead and grab it now, and I'll meet you laying down on your mat. So I'm going to go ahead and lay down on my mat, hands overhead, long body, long spine. So hands overhead, I have a long body, a long spine, long arms, and I'm breathing. Excellent job. Good breathing. Really work the breathing during your stretch. Nice deep breaths. Challenge that diaphragm. How much air can you bring in through your lungs, through your nose, and then release. Okay, so now I'm gonna go ahead and draw the knees in. I'm gonna pull them in tight. Now, if you can, you're gonna almost like round that low back in this and get that stretch, rounding that spine, because it's a little bit of spinal extension last one. Now we go spinal flexion. And then you're loosening up that grip and draw circles with the knees. Loosening up that low back, continue to breathe. Nice deep breaths. Good job, good job. You're doing great. Awesome, switch directions. Okay, from here, my arms go wide, my knees are bent, tabletop, and I'm gonna drop my legs to the side. Your hands are gonna try and stay on the ground. Mine don't do that anymore. You can try and keep yours down though. Great. And now if you are using a stretching strap, you can grab it. If you're not, that's fine, just grab one leg. Knees can be bent or straight. I'm gonna go ahead and grab one leg at a time. And stretching out for the hamstring. I'm gonna straighten out my bottom leg, you don't have to. Continue to breathe. Point point the toe down. Lift the toe up. Circle for the ankle joint. Switch direction of the circle. Awesome. So now I'm going to go ahead and I take, that's my opposite arm, and I go diagonal with that leg across my body. I'm going to straighten out the leg, and then I'm going to point the toe back to my face. I'm going to breathe. Awesome. Release that. Switch it up. Stretching out the back of the leg, the hamstring. Continue to breathe. So we've done a lot of different hamstring things this week. We did our deadlifts today. There's like a single leg deadlift stuff. Just make sure you're stretching them out throughout the week, okay? Point your toe down. Lift that toe up. Circle for the ankle joint. Switch direction on the circle. Opposite arm grabs that leg, bring that leg across that body, point the toe down, breathe. And relax, good. Okay, so now we put that ankle on top of the thigh. You can hug it in, or you could sit up too. I'm gonna choose sitting up too. Continue to breathe. We are opening up the hip. We breathe through it. Nice deep breaths. And good, I'm gonna release that. Switch legs. Stretching out for the hip. Take your time. And great. Okay, so now we're gonna extend the legs out. I recommend you put your legs together, extend them out, and reach down for your calves, your ankles, whatever you can do. I don't really have that right now, so I'm gonna go ahead and extend my legs a little bit and then reach out, okay? So I'm just stretching out for the back of the legs, the low back. Make sure you're breathing. Do not overstretch. Slow release, soles of the feet together. The feet come together. You're gonna go ahead and push down the knees. Maybe this is all you got, and that's great. Just stay right here. If you wanna make it a bit harder, you can tip at the hip, push down a bit with the elbow, and continue to breathe. If you wanna go next level, you can extend the legs out, and then walk your hands out. Put a little bend in the elbow to what you feel okay with. You can even reach side to side. What feels good. Excellent job. Okay, so now I'm gonna go ahead and go onto the stomach. And I'm saying but you are. You are gonna go onto your stomach and lift up into that cobra stretch, extending the arms or being on the forearms, getting that nice arch through the back and stretch through the abdomen. You do it. Go there. Do that. I'm gonna mimic it, but I'm not actually doing it. Okay, and from here, let's go ahead and push back into child's pose. You're gonna go ahead and relax the low back, relax the glutes as you lower your glutes to your heels. Walk those arms out, go limp in the arms, continue to breathe. Great. Now I'm gonna go all four core. I'm gonna take a step forward. Let's do right leg, doesn't matter, whatever leg you wanna put it on forward, drive that back hip flexor forward. The focus is on the back hip flexor and the quadricep. So let's go ahead and get that stretch for the back leg. Now feel free to stay here. You're getting a good enough stretch, keep it. You wanna make it harder? Yes, you can. You can lift the leg. I could have lifted the same side arm up. You can modify to make it harder. Good job. Go ahead and breathe, switch it up. Again, step it forward. Drive that hip flexor forward. Hip flexors forward. Feel that stretch. Feel free to keep it here. Yes, you can modify. Continue to breathe. Great. Okay, so now I'm gonna go ahead and take my time standing up. Slowly lift your body. I'm just making sure I got nothing to trip on. When I get to the top, shoulders roll back and down and warm up the breathing. One arm is up and the other hand reaches down to the ankle, tilts for that hip. Continue to breathe. Slowly up to neutral, take a breath. Switch. Tip. Breathe. Slowly up, shoulders back and down. I'm gonna go arm crosses the body, make sure you're breathing. Back of the arm, feel it, shoulder, feel it. Good job. Switch it up. Good, elbow up, get that tricep. And release, switch it up. And good, so I'm gonna go shoulders back and down. Shoulders back and down. Keep the shoulders back and down. From here, I'm gonna go ahead and actually, let's get the chest in first. Let's actually make sure you're breathing because we're using a lot of different muscles in this one. So we're gonna extend through, spinal extension, arms open wide, thumbs go back, opening the chest, opening the back. Breathe. Now I'm gonna round forward, give it a big ol' hug. I'm gonna drop down, only drop down to what you feel comfortable, okay? So you don't have to go down as far as me. From here, I'm gonna go ahead and with spinal flexion, I'm gonna right everything. I'm gonna stack one vertebrae on top of each other, coming up nice and slow to the top. When I reach the top, the shoulders go back and down. And I go one more time, good. Now the chin goes down and the chin goes down and it goes shoulder to shoulder, half circle. Taking it nice and slow, get that stretch for the neck. Slowly come up, a little slack jaw, look over the shoulder and breathe. Other side, look over the shoulder and breathe. Coming back and look up. And excellent job, awesome, you made it, you did it, great job today. I'll be back Friday, we will do a cardio kickboxing class. Have a good rest of the day.